The lengthy process of environmental cleanup at the Miamisburg Mound facility is complete. The federal government has met its obligation to the community, and all efforts now are clearly focused on the vision for reuse of Mound as a vibrant commercial park featuring advanced manufacturing, technology, and energy-related businesses. It's a vision deeply rooted in the history of the site and a seemingly natural pathway to fully transforming the 300-plus acres into a productive asset for the Miamisburg community, the Dayton region, and the state of Ohio. Even as the cleanup progressed over the past 2 decades, that vision for reuse has produced numerous success stories and proven to have great potential. Incubator business startups first appeared in the 1990s, many by former Mound employees utilizing their highly technical skills to become entrepreneurs. They were able to take advantage of the intellectual talent from within the Mound workforce, equipment that was available at the site, and synergy with other startups to tackle the private sector. Companies like Mound Laser and Photonics Center, Mound Technical Solutions, and PerkinElmer Optoelectronics are among those businesses that have established themselves at Mound and provided a glimpse of the future of the site as a viable business park.
When they first announced the closure of the site, I remember looking around at all the capability here, and it was clear at that time they didn't know what all was actually residing here, but I did, as did other employees that were working here. And looking at the kind of facilities that we had here, it was an ideal location to start a business of the type that we want, one that kind of involves both research work and also commercial work of the scale that we're doing. We use them in our research and development activities, we use them in marking and engraving, in laser welding, and in micro machining. And so that gives us a wide, diverse capability. And as we build these, what we're looking for is to have this region and this site recognized as a major place to come for laser material processing. And that's beginning to happen now. We've got people coming from all around the Dayton region looking at the Mound site, people from the state of Ohio looking to us to do work with them, people from across the country looking at us to do work for them.
Mound Technical Solutions provides both products and services. We provide 3 categories of products: tritium instrumentation, fuel cell test instrumentation, and custom instrumentation. We also provide services such as task order services, maintenance, and calibration. We see continued growth. We're excited to have the 3 different product lines. We're excited to have a vast array of technologies for our services. And so we expect that with the resurgence of nuclear energy and clean energy, which incorporates fuel cells, we see great potential for growth.
Reinventing Mound from high-security weapons production facility to a thriving commercial business park has been ambitious and groundbreaking. Overseeing that effort on behalf of the community has been the Mound Development Corporation, formerly known as the Miamisburg Mound Community Improvement Corporation. As an economic development agency, the MDC has worked to maximize and leverage the assets and opportunities at the Mound Advanced Technology Center to create a nurturing environment where business can thrive.
Our target markets with regard to technology principally are in emerging energies, materials processing, and advanced manufacturing. And the reason for that is rooted principally in what Mound was. Many of the businesses that exist here today are owned and operated by former Mound employees. A lot of the work that they do are right in those areas. When we look also at what the strengths are of the region and the states, this direction that the state is taking from a technological standpoint, we fit right in very nicely with the strengths of the region and the direction that the state is going. So it made a lot of sense for us then to focus in on these areas. And our mission is all about growing the companies themselves, growing the wealth for the community at large. So to the extent we can position Larry or any of our clients in a way that makes them more competitive, allows them to grow their business, we're being successful for the community. And that's what it's all about.
The MMCIC and the City of Miamisburg have been able to transition and make the site what it is today. It's very good to see the reuse of these technologies.
The successful businesses that have established roots here are demonstrating that Mound is a place where innovation thrives. And recently, an expanded vision for the site has emerged that presents new and exciting opportunities for the future. With our nation exploring and developing alternative energy sources, momentum has been growing for Mound to become an energy park, with renewable and alternative energy at the site and new business opportunities.
Our concept for the park, as we're working on it right now, has three basic pieces to it. The first is the deployment of renewable energy sources on site, meaning the installation of solar, wind, geothermal types of renewable energy sources on site, and moving the site to what's referred to as net zero, meaning that the site is not purchasing power off of the grid. The second aspect of it is educational component. We've been running energy roundtables at the site, particularly in the business community, both on the supply and demand side. Supply meaning those companies who are interested in being in the energy business, who perhaps were supplying automotive parts before. How can they begin to move in this renewable area or alternative area? The second is the demand side, the consumer side. Businesses that are interested in perhaps deploying a renewable energy source on their building or at their site, but quite frankly aren't sure exactly where to start. And what is the cost of doing this? What incentives might be available out there to encourage this kind of behavior? And that's why we're bringing the federal speakers and the state speakers so they can talk about the advantages of this. The third component of this effort is economic development. And in the end, quite frankly, this is all about economic development. It is an attempt to educate the business community on the opportunities that are available either in being in the energy business, the renewable energy business, or energy efficiency business. It is about helping our local businesses identify opportunities to deploy renewables or to be more efficient in their use and consumption of energy.
Mound has obtained funding from the federal government to pursue these new opportunities, and U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown visited the site in early 2010 for a roundtable discussion to learn more about the site's potential in Ohio's clean energy economy. Afterward, the senator commented, "Already, the facilities at Mound are being used to conduct cutting-edge clean energy research and house other companies in high-growth industries. By working together, we can bring new jobs and economic development to the Miami Valley." Yes, the future looks promising for the Mound Advanced Technology Center. Even access to the site has improved. A new interchange on Interstate 75 at Austin Boulevard has made the route more direct and convenient for employees, customers, and others traveling to Mound, further enhancing its marketability to the private sector. The creative efforts of many are paying off. In addition to private business, part of that dynamic future will also include 3 other entities that have established a presence on site and add to the uniqueness of this setting. First, incorporating an educational component at Mound has sparked an interest locally at both the university and community college levels. Some of the existing businesses have established professional relationships with universities, and Wright State in recent years brought a new graduate level program right to the site. This relationship with higher education is something MDC officials will continue to pursue. Secondly, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office selected Mound to be the location for its new regional dispatch center. Interior and exterior renovations were made to this existing building on the site, and dispatching for police, fire, and emergency medical services for most of the county is done right here, using modern communications technology. And finally, situated just inside the main entrance is the Mound Museum, where visitors can view artifacts and exhibits from Mound's past. The museum stands as a lasting tribute to those employees who served our nation at Mound and provides a glimpse into the critical, top-secret work that was done here. The dedication, expertise, and intellect that served our nation so well can now serve as a model for those launching new and exciting ventures here in the 21st century. What has transpired at Mound has been immense. The magnitude and scope of this site conversion process is truly unprecedented in Department of Energy history.
It's the only nuclear weapons complex site that will be entirely turned over to the community, entirely deeded over, totally reused.
And now, almost limitless opportunities are on the horizon.
I look at the Miamisburg Mound Community Improvement Corporation really as a partner. We both have the same goals. We want to see this site develop. I want to see an industrial park here and something that says advanced manufacturing. And that's what we're all about. We're bringing in high-tech companies. Ours is one of them. There's going to be more, and there continues to be more here. I want to see this site grow.
But I think we'd see ultimately end the 2,400 employees that worked here at one time, to reestablish that, to have Mound as an ongoing contributor regionally to the economic viability of the region and a technological asset to the region, just in a different manner than it has historically.
That's the future of Mound, restored and re-energized. For more information, please visit mound.com or call the Mound Development Corporation at 865-4462.
You're watching Miami Valley Communications Council Channel 5, your source for positive news in Miamisburg, Ohio.